Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. How y'all doing today? This is a beautiful Tuesday, August 23rd. Vince King is here. Smile for everybody, Vince. Come on.
Morning.
Vince is here. He's the Xenia Fire Department Chief, and we're going to talk today about the Xenia Fire Department's fish fry coming up this weekend. We'll talk all about that, as well as probably get into a little bit of other things they do up at the fire department and over things going on over in Xenia. As we have Vince here, we're having a lot of fun today. But you are watching on Wabash Catch TV. We do appreciate it. Channel 100 over here in Flora, Channel 98 over in Salem, Channel 99 wherever else. So we do appreciate you tuning in today. Let's take a look at what is going on in and around. You're off camera now, Vince, so go ahead and practice your smile some more. He is laughing. He's just not loud. He's giggling a little bit. What's going on around the area today, folks? Today, Mount Erie's Farmers Market will take place. They are open every Tuesday from 8 a.m. till noon, probably going on right now. And they'll be at the Mount Erie Ruritan Pavilion. They're going to have honey, produce, crafts, fresh eggs, plenty more. And entry, of course, is free. For more information, or if you're wanting to set up, you might want to get a hold of Phyllis Yohe at 919-2575, or get a hold of Leah Stouffer, 217-508-0242. Again, that's the Mount Erie Farmers Market going on today. Probably a good day right now, I suspect. Corn, sweet corn. You had any good sweet corn yet from the farmers market?
No, unfortunately, not this year.
You haven't had any sweet corn yet?
No, not this year.
You've been too busy, haven't you?
Unfortunately, yes.
I'll bet you. I heard. I was going to ask you about. There was some explosion in Xenia last week or something, right?
Nah, we just had a fire.
You had a fire. Yeah. Okay, well, it's better than an explosion, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. That's for sure. What else is going on today? This is August 23rd. It is National Cuban Sandwich Day. On August 23rd, you celebrate a sandwich that originated in Cuba but grew up in Florida. National Cuban Sandwich Day is a tribute to flavor found in a toasted, pressed sandwich. While the Cubano traditionally consists of ham, roast pork, Swiss cheese, pickles, and mustard on Cuban bread, restaurants and home cooks serve up different versions. And you might a good thing that goes with it is like a dunkable soup. A lot of folks will you put a smoky roasted corn soup next to a Cubano. This sandwich brings together flavor and history by combining traditions from Cuban, German, and Italian immigrants. This sandwich offers up a world tour of simple ingredients. If you've never had one, this is the day to try. That's the thing. You might be scared. You might have seen the Cubano in a restaurant or something like that. I don't know what Cubano is. I don't think I want to try that. No, give it a shot. It's always fun to try something new. What else is going on today, ladies and gentlemen? August 23rd is National Sponge Cake Day. In addition, it's the quintessential classic of the cake world. This airy queen of teas is the guest of honor, but you get the pleasure of tasting one of the trickiest cakes for bakers to master. A perfect sponge cake stands tall. Another balancing trick for bakers includes maintaining the fine crumb while keeping the cake moist. And if you enjoy layering berries and whipped cream, the sponge handles that task just perfectly. Believed to have originated in the Caribbean, the earliest English recipe was back in 1615. How about that? From the English poet and author Gervase Markham. So In 2003, the sponge cake played a role in the movie Calendar Girl, starring Helen Mirren in the scene. Mirren's character Chris enters a baking competition. However, she forgets she entered, and instead of entering a sponge cake of her own making, she submits a store-bought Victoria sponge cake. So gets in a little bit of trouble, if I recall that movie from that. There's a good sponge cake there with cherries on top. So yeah, a good opportunity to get to enjoy some sponge cake. What else is going on here on August 23rd, Tuesday, August 23rd? This is, ladies and gentlemen, National Ride with the Wind Day, or Ride the Wind Day. Take your pick. Enjoy the last days of summer with warm breezes as you celebrate National Ride the Wind Day. This commemorates the anniversary of the first human-powered flight to win the Kramer Prize. On August 23rd, 1977, the Gossamer Condor flew the first figure-8 course specified by the Royal Aeronautical Society at Minter Field in Shafter, California. Slowly cruising at only 11 miles an hour, it traveled a distance of 2,172 meters. The Gossamer Condor was built by Dr. Paul B. McCready, amateur cyclist and hang glider Brian Allen piloted the aircraft. So where is the Gossamer Condor stored? You can find it at the Smithsonian Institute. They have the Gossamer Condor in an exhibit in the National Air and Space Museum. I have been there. I do not recall seeing the Gossamer Condor. There's a glider that also you can take out on Ride the Wind Day. Is there a human-powered helicopter? Just asking questions. Yes, actually. In 2013, the Sikorsky human-powered helicopter competition challenged developers to design a human-powered helicopter. The parameters required the helicopter to hover for 60 seconds and reach an altitude of 3 meters. Dr. Todd Reichert and Dr. Cameron Robertson designed the winning helicopter, the Aerovelo Atlas. It hovered for 64 seconds and reached a height of 3.3 meters. How about that? Now you know that there are human-powered helicopters. What do you want to see on TV, ladies and gentlemen? What's on TV this afternoon? High school baseball. We'll have baseball for you today, as it'll be the Dietrich Moon Maroons out in Kinmundy taking on South Central Lions Field. It's done. The field is all set up, ready to go. They've finished the renovations on it, so we'll be there. Looking forward to it. That's right here on this channel, channel 100 on Wabash Catch TV at 4:30 p.m. today. Major League Baseball doubleheader, split doubleheader in Chicago. The Cardinals against the Cubs. Adam Wainwright versus Adrian Sampson in the first game. That's at 1:20. Bally Sports on channel 630, or Marquee if you want the Cubs feed on channel 597. That'll be followed up tonight at 7:05. The Cardinals at the Cubs. Pitchers to be determined. White Sox will be at Baltimore tonight. That's at 6 o'clock on NBC Sports Chicago. Dylan Cease versus Austin Voth. And it is the New York Mets at the New York Yankees tonight. Jacob deGrom versus Frankie Montas. That's on TBS, channel 632. So a lot of good baseball, high school and pro tonight for you to watch. Vince King is here, and we are going to talk about the Xenia Fire Department. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We will be back right after these words. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Welcome back. Appreciate you tuning in. Vince King is here, and he is the fire chief of the Xenia Fire Department. We're going to talk today about the fish fry coming up. How you doing, Vince?
Doing pretty good. How
Good
about
to be
yourself?
here. I'm doing great. Thanks very much for asking. Vince, when's the last time you were here? It's been 3 or 4 years, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has, before everything went crazy.
Everything did kind of go crazy,
It
didn't it?
did, yeah.
How did everything going crazy affect the fire department? Or did it?
It did affect us quite a bit. We weren't able to have any fundraisers, during that time.
For 2 years?
Yeah, we had a little bit of a light one the first year that kind of let everything, open back up. But yeah, it definitely affected us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. The fundraiser we're talking about is the Xenia Fire Protection District annual fish fry. How long have they done this fish fry?
Quite a long time. I don't know the years exactly, but
You're from Xenia originally, right?
yep.
But they've been doing it your whole life, right?
Yeah, I know. Back in the early 1900s, it was the like annual bowl and dance.
Oh, really?
And it transitioned over to the fish fry. So.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
And do they still have fish at the fish fry?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Well, the reason I ask is because I've been there occasionally, and they've run out of fish.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit. How did you get involved into the Xenia Fire Department?
I got involved. I actually lived in Florida at the time, and just moved over there. Me and wife built a house and joined. I was already on ESDA over here as soon as I turned 21, so it was just a perfect fit. And,
I mean, it's all volunteer, though, right?
yep, it's all volunteer.
How many folks are involved?
We currently have a roster of 15 of us.
Oh, that's pretty good size, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit low for us. Normally
Really?
we're about around the 20 mark. So.
Do you have enough coats and equipment for 20?
Yep.
Well, there you go. Looking for new volunteers, I guess,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
Well, that's outstanding. What's the importance of having that many? Is it when you're fighting a fire? Is there a particular number that make it more effective?
It definitely does, and you never know out of those 15 you got on the roster how many's going to show up.
Well, that's true.
Being volunteer, everybody's working. Most of everybody, unfortunately, works out of town.
Yeah.
This day and age, so it's hard, at certain times to be able to pull enough people.
Let's talk a little bit about the fish fry itself. It is coming up when?
Be this Saturday, 27th.
This Saturday, August 27th. Okay. And what are some of the activities involved?
We got some of the staples like the cakewalk. We're having that, of course. It's a
Cakewalk, ladies and gentlemen, it takes place, I think, at 4 o'clock, but it is It's a zoo, isn't it?
It is. It really is.
I'm a fan of the Xenia fish fry. The cakewalk, they had 2 different circles last year. It seemed like.
Yeah.
Is that typical?
I normally try to have one, but I think we just had so many cakes last year that we had to get it moving.
Was that? I wonder if that was due. Could that have been having that many cakes due to having a year of such a crazy year in 20?
Yeah, it definitely could be.
Yeah. And the weather is supposed to be very nice for you this year.
Thank goodness it is.
All right, let's explain it for folks who don't understand how the cakewalk works.
You've got chairs, so many chairs in a circle. I think it's 50. I can't remember off the top of my head.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a heck of a lot. And, we got in the second circle, I believe, by the way.
Yeah, and everyone just walks around in a circle until whoever's announcing it tells you to sit down, then they draw a number, and that's who gets the cake.
And it's your choice. Or is there one particular, or do they have one particular one up all ready to go?
Normally, I believe they have one up there, and then that's which one you get.
So that's the one you get. Okay. I didn't know if you got that or your choice. That'd be pretty cool to get a choice.
Yeah.
I'm just spitballing suggestions here. So, all right, cakewalk starts at 4. You got all kinds of stuff starting at 4, don't you?
Yeah, we do.
What else starting now?
That's basically when everything kicks off downtown. We got the car show starting at 4.
Okay, we've got the car show. Here's the plate for that, right?
Yep. We got a limited amount of them to give out to the first few vehicles that show up. So come on out, and if you got a car, truck, tractor, anything you want to show.
How many folks you think you would typically get for the car show?
It's hit and miss every year. It depends on the weather.
Yeah.
Last year with the rain that we had hit, that scared quite a few of them off, and a few came in late. But yeah, we're hoping to get a good crowd.
What's a big crowd? 50, 100, 25?
Yeah, about 15-ish normally is if we get a good crowd. So
yeah, that's good. So you get those plates, those dash plaques, I guess.
Yes.
Plaque. Are there prizes?
Yeah, we actually do have trophies to hand out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we got the Chief's Choice, Firefighter's Choice, People's Choice, and then we're doing a Best in Show this year too.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep.
Who's judging?
Firefighter's Choice. All the firefighters on the department get a choice.
Yeah.
Chief's Choice. Well, that would be mine.
That's gonna be yours,
And
huh?
then People's Choice.
You're taking priority. Is that what you're doing? Since you're
It's an easy way to be able to give somebody out a trophy that way.
Yeah, that's cool.
Simplifies things. And the People's Choice will have
The vote
voting thing. Yep.
But how about the best in show? Just who's picking that? That's
Best in Show though. Just kind of be a meeting of the minds and
have
sides, or if we can find somebody that we know, local.
Yeah, that's the thing I always wonder about. We have I've run a couple of car shows in the past, and whenever you have now with the size of this one, it'll probably be everybody's friendly and everybody gets along. When you get to about 100, when you get 75 to 100 cars, that's when it gets a little cutthroat.
Oh yeah.
You don't see this one getting like that?
No,
not at all. Here's basically, ladies and gentlemen, what the schedule looks like. We kind of skipped the 3 p.m. What's going on at 3 p.m.? Tell me about that.
Yeah, 3 p.m. up at the park behind the old grade school. What is City Hall right now? We have the OMRO mud races or drag races. So they're
Who is OMRO?
They're a group that travels around this area and just puts it on.
Oh, is that right?
And body. Yep.
So now, do they prepare the course as well?
That is all up to us. That is all up to us.
How do you go about preparing the course for a mud bog?
Well, this year, last weekend, we actually had a garden tractor pull. So we
really?
already had the track already cut. So there's not much work besides a little bit of tilling up to do this year and watering it down, of course, the day of. But
how much water do you think you'll use?
This year, we're not too sure. So.
I was going to say you're using you're pumping your own. I mean, there's no water out there, so you're bringing your own for it.
Yeah, this year we don't know exactly. In the past, when we've actually had the true traditional mud bog, it's been quite a bit.
Yeah.
But with this being the basically drag racing on the dirt, it's a little bit different. They don't have to have it as muddy and messy. And
how long of a course is it?
200 foot.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No.
Yeah, and it's all straight, right? There's no turn?
Yeah, all straight.
Seemed like, did you have a turn in it a few years ago? It seemed like maybe I was just trying to remember.
Not that I can remember, but we did have motocross a few years ago.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. That got a little muddy too. That's just good, clean fun, ladies. Okay, now that all starts at 3 o'clock?
Yep, that starts at 3 o'clock.
Who all is eligible in that? Can folks from around the area participate in the
You'll have
mud bog, or how's
check
that
on their
work?
Facebook page on the OMRO Mud Drags and see. They have a whole list of rules and specifications you got to follow.
So somebody around here could, but they just, I mean, it's not just show up that day and probably it's a little bit more formalized than that.
Yeah, it'd probably be a good idea to check out there and see what class you fall in, so that way you kind of have an idea when you show up. And
I've got a GMC Yukon, so that might be a little bit big. I don't know. Probably who goes to these, or not who runs in these? Are you typically going side by sides, or what are we talking typically?
Pickup trucks, full size pickups.
So my GMC Yukon would be okay.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, as long as the fellow in one of their classes there.
I'm not doing it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still driving it. If I was taking it apart or something, I might think, well, that's going to be a lot of fun, and that'll last a few hours, won't it?
Yeah, it will. Yep. Hopefully, it's actually a double points race for that group that's coming through.
Oh, it is.
Hopefully, they'll get.
So they have their own tour of folks who'll come in and play on it.
Yep, they go to local fairs and in the area and whatnot. They were up at Brownstown a couple months ago, so yeah.
They're busy folks. Tell you what, let's do. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back here with Vince King. We're going to talk about all kinds of more stuff going on at the Xenia Fire Protection District Annual Fish Fry. Vince is here. I'll be right back. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. Back in a second.
At Midwest Farm and Land, we've got a team of dedicated land, home, and commercial experts ready to help.
We understand that buying or selling a property can be extremely stressful. Let our folks take care of you and help you find your perfect piece of property.
Whether it's recreational or hunting land, farmland, homes, or commercial, we're there to help.
Local experts with national reach. If you're interested, give us a call, 618-532-1961, or check us out on the website, MidwestFarmCo.com.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get ahead of the game at Carter Athletic Academy, where the goal is to transform you into the best young athlete you can be. Train for top performance in football, volleyball, soccer, baseball, and softball. Professional private lessons and clinics are always available with Carter Athletic Academy's expert training staff. Carter's exclusive Hit Track system brings skill development as well as exciting gameplay to batting cages. Plus, the Academy is the perfect spot for your special event or celebration. The Carter Athletic Academy in Fairfield. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. I've got Vince King here. He's the fire chief of the Xenia Fire Protection District. We're talking about their annual fish fry, which comes up this Saturday. Starting at 3 for the mud bog and 4 for most of the events downtown. Let's talk a little bit. Okay, now we talked about the cakewalk and the car show. What else do we have going on downtown? That's where most of the events are taking place, right?
Yep. Of course, we'll have our food down there. We've got bingo at the firehouse starting that night at 6. We'll have a DJ playing all afternoon also.
Jimmy playing?
We actually got Steve Woods coming.
Okay.
Yep, he's coming in with his light show and
good.
everything for us. So then, of course, we got an inflatable for the kids down there. We'll have different vendors set up. We've got one My Fair Lady's coming up to serve their mini donuts and shake-ups and stuff. So, yeah.
Well, where will where's the fish going to be, sir? You can have the little you're going to have the little stand down there on the front street open.
Yep, we'll be down on the Front Street Bandstand.
Okay.
Yep.
What else will you be serving other than fish?
We got fish. We'll be serving burgers, hot dogs and brats, French fries, and loaded fries.
And you guys are doing this yourselves, right? Or
Yes.
I mean, I know that you've had some other people come in and do it in the past. It's kind of what makes you determine whether you want other people to come in and do it or whether you guys want to do it.
Just the cost and the supply of what we need.
Supply of people, probably
Yeah.
too, right?
Oh yeah.
I know that. When's the last time you had somebody coming in to do it? That was probably when you were still doing the whole thing out by the community center, right?
Yep. Yeah, it was. There for a couple of years we took off and didn't have any fish and just did pork burgers and hamburgers and stuff like that. And last year was the first year we brought the fish back, started frying it ourselves like we used to, and it went over well. So.
Are you still okay? All right. I've got to ask because I remember when you guys were doing the fish by yourselves, and before you moved to the other folks, you were. It was like a processed. Mm-hmm. Is it still the processed, or are we getting other fish? Our own homegrown.
Yeah, it's still bought from a food service.
Okay,
but yeah, we still fry it ourselves.
Well, that's cool. Well, what do you use for your? Are you in charge of the batter?
No, they're actually pre-battered. We got lucky and were able to find some pre-battered stuff.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
so that's
one less thing we've got to add into the cards, and was part of what determined us going away from it.
I suspect it would be because I mean when you get in, because you're serving hundreds of those.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
How many hundreds do you think you're serving? If
quite a bit.
Over 1,000, probably 1,500.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fish batter.
Yes, it is.
And a lot of milk, a lot of eggs.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't really thought about that. Okay, so but the fish is going to be outstanding. You've had it, and it's going to be very good. On a sandwich or just off?
We're doing it on sandwich. Yep, on a bun. So
all right, so the fish fry is set. When's the food going to start?
We're actually going to start serving a little bit at lunch. So we'll have a little light one at lunch. If anybody comes up, we'll have some stuff for them. But we're going to really kick everything off at 4 o'clock downtown.
I didn't know if you wanted to talk about it, but if you wanted to mention the insurance issue that we had a problem with, or there's no beer this year.
Yeah.
No beer tent.
Yeah, unfortunately, we had a little bit of delay in getting the policy back, so we didn't have enough time to get together with the state and everything and have it back. So,
well, I mean you figure you want people to know if they're planning on going there and getting a drink too.
Yep.
But there's also if you are, the village is right there.
Yep, it is, and there was some talk about them possibly making a little bit of garden out front.
Oh, is that right?
Be able to get people out on the street for the music.
That was cool. Now, what's the music? Other than is there a band other than the?
Nope, all we got's the DJ this year.
Okay, the DJ.
Yeah, with his light show and all his different choices of songs he's got. So
yeah,
that way it's something to hit everybody, not just one genre. He can give you a whole.
Yeah, that's kind of the fun thing you have whenever you have the fish fry. You get the occasional group that you've never heard, but some years you do that, some years you don't. That makes a ton of sense. What is all this is a fundraiser. Again, we've had a couple of years of lower attendance because of COVID. What are we raising funds for?
We're raising it for pieces of safety equipment, whatever we need, whatever we think we need. If there's something that's just not in the budget, this is what we use. All this goes to the firefighters, to our fund, so we'll use it to get any kind of little special piece we need, or if there's nothing that we exactly need, we may find a new toy that'll help us do something better.
Yeah.
And go out and get it. But yeah.
Let's see. I've got a few other pictures here. Tell me what was going. Was this getting ready for the motocross last week?
No, this
or last month.
Actually, the mud run that was at the Oil Belt Christian Church.
Oh, really?
Church out there at Charlie Brown. Yep. Us and Flores went out there and helped water it down. And Florida Fire came out that night and helped too. So,
I wonder how much water you guys ended up using in that.
I think we're about around 13,000 gallons. I think that's how much we used.
Good grief, that'll keep you busy. That'll keep you going. And that was at the oil belt.
Yep.
When was that?
I don't remember the exact date. It's been probably about a month ago.
How often do you guys get called out just to go to volunteer to water stuff like that? I mean, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, that was a partnership that we started a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
and it worked out good. And they called us every year, and we were willing to go help. We like to try to do anything we can PR wise like that.
Sure.
With the public, we do everything from that to blocking the intersection for funerals and stuff
Yeah.
coming through town. It's just a way to get out there and provide our service to somebody besides emergency call. Let them know
Well,
we're
that's
there.
the thing. You don't want. I mean, nobody wants to call.
No.
You guys. I tell you what, let's do. We're going to take another quick break. We're coming back with Vince, talk a little bit more about the fire protection fish fry, as well as talk about some of the training they do out at the Xenia Fire Department. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Be back here with Vince right after this. Stick around. Having car trouble, need a tow, or just some routine maintenance? Butcher Automotive in Louisville has you covered. Locally owned and operated, Butcher Automotive offers complete vehicle repair services along with tire sales and wheel alignment. They're your local hand-cooked tire and interstate battery dealer. Butcher Automotive offers free local pickup and delivery so your car can be repaired while you're at work or at home. Butcher strives to treat everyone's vehicle as their own. At Butcher Automotive, they don't want you to give them your business, they want to earn it.
Does your home show signs of foundation problems? Call the experts at Woods Basement Systems. Our Power Brace system can fix the problem permanently and help protect the value of your home. Call Woods Basement Systems today. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Mold, rank air, pests, all getting closer to inside your home. With a dirt crawl space, there's no telling what's below you.
A sealed crawl space locks the nasty stuff out, plus can lower your utility bills. Woods, the all things basement-y experts.
Residents of the Clay County and surrounding area have relied on Clay County State Bank for sound professional service for over 100 years. With convenient lobby and drive-up hours, we are ready to serve you Monday through Saturday. We appreciate all who bank with us, and we look forward to the opportunity of working with anyone who is looking for a community bank to help with their financial needs. Give us a call at 665-3314, visit us online, or stop by and see us on the square in Louisville to experience our friendly personal service.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
I thought I'd lost my business in that fire, but my agent was there before the flames were out. He said, together, we're going to rebuild. Our employees depended on it. My independent agent and auto owners made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance. North Wayne Insurance Agency in Flora is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Vince is here, Vince King with the Xenia Fire Department. We are talking about the Xenia Fire Protection District annual fish fry set for Saturday, August 27th. Just go to downtown Xenia. You're going to find something for everybody in there.
Oh, yeah.
kids of all ages. The cakewalk, the bingo. Bingo's inside.
Yep, it'll be at the fire department.
So it'll be, you'll have air conditioning there, but I shouldn't need air conditioning this weekend, do you think?
Seems like it's going to be a pretty nice one.
That's what we keep hearing, low to mid 80s. So yeah, so do keep all that in mind, and bring your funds and help the fire department out. Help the fire department out, because they have to do training from time to time, because you never know when you're going to have a fire. You had a fire last week.
Yep.
Probably first fire in a while, wasn't it? Or had you had one for a while?
Yeah, we've had a few. That's probably thank goodness, only our third structure of the year. But.
Oh, that's good. Accidental brush fire caught into a building and took it down, right?
Yes, it did.
But the important part for that building, it was next to a shed full of fertilizer. Yeah, you don't want to get into the fertilizer.
No, that's bad business.
That's bad. Okay, but the thing is, you guys have a set training schedule that you try to keep up. And how often do you guys do different training on your different pieces of equipment?
Yeah, we train at least once a month. We meet for training, and normally sometimes.
That's also playing cards.
No, training night. You show up and we do. That's all you do is you train on something and we go home.
I'm only teasing, ladies and gentlemen, because I've seen the pictures. I can show the pictures of some of the training. There's a lot of stuff goes in. Tell me a little bit about what's going on here.
Yeah, this was a recent SCBA or air pack drills that we did with North Clay. That's simulating a small hole that you may find in a structure fire and how to get through it. And this one, if you're small enough, you can shift your pack and get through with it on your side. And if not, you have to actually take it off and slide it through, and then you follow it through.
So he's basically this firefighter, and I'm presuming you have female firefighters?
Yeah, we actually do.
Okay.
Yeah, we have one.
Oh, this may be, he or she is, they have not yet decided whether they want to shift their tank yet, have they?
No.
So he's just basically measuring it now.
Yep, he's going up there. As you can see, the one behind him, he actually has a blindfold on. So you cannot see. It's, just like you're in a building. So you're using
no kidding.
Yep.
So is the guy in front
to get you through?
Is the fighter in front where blindfolded too?
Yep, all of them are.
All right, now tell me a little bit more about that tank. How much does that tank weigh? Is that a scuba tank, basically?
Yeah, basically just retrofitted for the fire service. Now, that one was actually a North Clay firefighter that was with us there that day working on it, and it was actually a carbon fiber tank, so he had a lighter pack.
So he had a lighter pack.
Yeah, but a lot of the ones that we had that we were lucky enough to get a grant to replace are the old steel ones, and they're pretty heavy.
There's one of the old steel ones, right?
Yep, that's
two of the old
two
steel.
Of our guys there with them, and they are very heavy.
Okay, now where are these fellas starting if they are blindfolded? And I mean, how are they finding the hole?
Basically, just feel your way through. Yeah,
is that right?
Yep.
So, what do you think this whole tank weighs on your firefighter?
Oh, I'd say probably at least 60 or not more pounds. It's pretty
60?
heavy. Yeah, probably more than that. But
that might get pretty heavy on somebody.
It definitely does.
Okay, whenever you're training, how many do you have in a set like this? Will you have 3 or 4 at a time, or just 2 at a time like this one, or what?
We pair up 2 at a time because that's normally what we'll go in a house. If we have to, we'll have 2 inside and 2 outside in case if they get in trouble, they can go in and get them out. So
it's usually it's kind of like the buddy system.
Yep, exactly.
Is that right?
Yep.
We did that in the Boy Scouts, and I always thought, that makes sense that you would use that kind of system. That makes a ton of sense. All right, now what are we doing here? Looks like somebody's collapsed.
Yeah, this was a down firefighter where we're practicing getting him through opening that would be like your studs in a wall in case if we would get in somewhere and we can't get any exit besides through the wall. We break our way through and just practice dragging him up there and actually feeding him through the wall to another fire that was outside.
Oh, no kidding. So you've got the firefighter on the outside there waiting to pull on the downed firefighter here.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, let's see what else I've got. All right, now they're getting him a little bit closer. He's got to be pretty heavy for that one dude to be pulling.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, especially with the pack on him.
Yep.
How much of this practice? How often do you guys all get dressed up and do this kind of practice?
We try to do this a handful of time a year.
Do
just so that way you know what you're doing. And because you got to rely on your training when you get in there. You just basically want it to be, like second nature.
Well, that's the thing. We in a town the size of Xenia, we had a structure fire recently, but that we just talked about. There aren't all that many opportunities for, and thankfully, for you to use your training, is there? Are there?
No, thankfully, there's not. We get a handful of a year of structures normally, but mostly, it's field fires, brush fires, medical calls are our biggest, and car wrecks. So,
well, that's the thing. Your guys are required to go on all medical calls too now, right? The rescue.
We do.
Why is that? I've always wondered that.
Just something that we started. Don't know exactly when we started, but probably in the 90s or maybe late 80s, that we just responded to help and assist the ambulance, with lifting the patient and whatnot. And within the last, probably 20 to 15 years,
they codified it.
Yeah, we've done the first responders. So we've got basically first responders that'll go out and they're trained, in basic life support to be able to take your vitals and CPR and AEDs.
And like you said, for that matter, also to help traffic and such things around a wreck site. Needed one this morning. I was driving to work this morning, and there was, it wasn't a wreck, thank goodness, but it was not city workers, but they were graveling oil and chat in the ground, and they kept backing up and into the highway. You didn't know. Could have used somebody.
Yeah.
So I pulled up on them on a hit by hazards just to make sure that nobody hit me either. So yeah. Well, you see, that's a good thing you guys are doing out there. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, they're about to get him through here. So what happens if he gets there and his shoulders are too big?
You got to try to make him fit.
You got to make him fit.
Turn him sideways, take his pack off, whatever you got to do. And you can actually take the pack off and put it on their stomach if you have to.
How long do the packs last?
It depends. A lot of departments have different size ones, but most of us here in this county have about 30-minute bottles.
And that's the thing. You've got the 30-minute model, but for safety reasons, you're not going to be in a house for 30 minutes. I wouldn't think so, right?
Yeah, it's about your max, and depends. That 30 minutes to somebody, maybe 15, maybe 10 to somebody else. It just depends on how heavy you breathe. You
doesn't vary?
Can empty that bottle out very quickly.
It does vary, huh?
Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess it. I guess that makes some sense. Looks like they're about to get him out now. Who was that, by the way? Do you remember who was down there in the?
Yeah, that was a firefighter Trey from North Clay. And that was me and with the white helmet on, and I believe that was Hank Jennings on the outside, which was.
Oh, that's you pulling him out.
Yep.
Vince, you're a thin man. You're not that thick. When you put all that pack on there, you're kind of tubby.
Yeah.
Is that you there?
Nope, that is Hank Jennings and Nick behind him there.
How in the world can you tell who that is? Or you just know from taking the picture?
I know who was there that day, and I know their numbers pretty well too. That's on their helmet.
So that's you.
Yep.
Well, I bet you that's not an easy pull.
No, it wasn't. It actually went a whole lot easier than what I thought it was going to on that.
No kidding.
Concrete. Yep.
You must be doing some. You must be working out.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, that's pretty good. And you say you guys do you do that kind of training. Is there a requirement from the state on how often you do that, or are they just one of those things where once or something?
You gotta just have so many hours in a year of training. Of course, they always unfortunately want us to get more than what we can. With everyone being volunteer, everyone's got jobs. We don't have all that time to dedicate to it, but we try to as much as we can. We hold some Saturday ones, get some extra ones in there if we need to. And
if folks are looking to volunteer for the Xenia, or for that matter, North Clay fire departments, what do they do? Who they get a hold of?
You can normally the way we do it, you can get a hold of any of our firefighters, and I believe it's the same way with anybody else, and they can we have an application process. Just get a hold of one of our firefighters if you're interested, or reach out to us on our Facebook page, and we'll get you an application. You fill it out, turn it into us, pass a background check, and then we'll vote to put you on probation.
Is there you're not let's put it this way, you're not looking for 55-year-old overweight men, such as me.
Now, there's places for everybody.
Are there really?
Yeah, there is, true. And we're going to start up the auxiliary. So if there's anybody that's not, in shape to actually go out and fight fires or whatnot, but still want to be involved, we're going to have a sign-up sheet for that this weekend.
Well, Vince, I do play the tuba. And I carry the tuba around in a backpack, so that's about 40 pounds.
Yeah, there you go. You're already getting there.
Ladies and gentlemen, well, you may see me fight. I guarantee you're not going to see me fighting a fire. They'll leave it to the pros. They don't want me, the amateur, around. I tell you what, we're going to take a quick break, or we'll come back, wrap up things with Vince King here. We're talking Xenia fish fry, and we got some pretty trucks. I got pictures to show too. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Back in a sec. Stick around.
Make Carnaby Square in downtown Fairfield your fashion leader. We're the little boutique with the big inventory of beautiful, trendy outfits and clothing in a wide array of your favorite name brands. And don't forget our large selection of jewelry and accessories. Carnaby Square is Southern Illinois' largest dealer of Brighton. At Carnaby Square, we take pride in our one-on-one, knowledgeable customer service and look forward to helping you create your own special look. Plus, always free gift wrapping. Find endless gift ideas 24/7 at CarnabySquare.com and on our Facebook page. Shop the fashion leader in downtown Fairfield, Carnaby Square.
Napa know-how.
At Flora Auto Parts, you can count on the Napa know-how experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, your locally owned Napa store carries a large inventory of parts for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced counter people understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa know-how at Flora Auto Parts.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Le Mans Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Le Mans always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at lemansonline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
In 1916, Warren Miller chose Auto Owners Insurance. Later, his son made the same choice, as did his grandson. And today, his great-granddaughter did the same. As we reflect on where we've been, we're grateful to our independent agents and to those who have put their trust in us, and to the generations who will. Auto Owners Insurance.
Harrison Insurance in Louisville is your local independent auto owners insurance agency.
It must be. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Talking here with Vince King today. Vince is the chief of the Xenia Fire Protection District. I have to ask, how big is the Xenia Fire Protection District? Where do you guys? What's is it just the city limits, or where do you go?
No, we cover a pretty large area. We go all the way over to the Marion County line. We go all the way up to Ken Monday Blacktop. And then we go.
Okay, that's like 8 miles up or something
Yeah, it's a pretty good little haul if we get one up in that area. Basically, go about halfway over to Flora. We cover in that area too. Of course, there's some nooks and crannies where it cuts back. Then we actually go down into Wayne County by quite a ways.
Oh, really?
Cover Garden Township down there.
Okay, so yeah, you're looking at potentially like a 15-mile from one side to the other.
Oh, yeah.
Of a range, right? That's pretty big. Do you have now? Since and I didn't ask you this beforehand, I probably should have. Do you guys occasionally have to do inspections of commercial buildings or buildings, or who is that? Is that a different fire protection district or a
That's
different?
normally different. Normally, the fire marshal will come in.
Yeah. Okay. The reason I ask is I didn't know if you guys had if you have to be familiar with the new solar project up there, because that's in your district.
Yep.
I think, right?
Yeah, we catch very edge of it on up on Darter Lane and Bethel. We have just a small edge of it actually in ours. So,
but I mean, it's an electrical thing. You would think you'd have to know a little bit about it, right?
yeah, we actually had our last countywide fire meeting. They came in and
is that right?
Spoke to us all and had a little safety briefing with us. So yeah.
Well, see, that's good to know. That's why I'm asking the pro. Let's take a look here again. Here's what the schedule of events on Saturday are. The mud races start there at 3 o'clock, along with we got hamburgers, hot dogs, bratwurst, fish, and the fries, loaded fries, and soft drinks and water. Cake walk on Front Street at 4 o'clock. The inflatable water slide. Where's the water slide going to be? Where are we putting it?
It'll be next door to the firehouse. Or anybody that came last year will be in the same location.
Same location as last year. Okay. Who do you get the inflatables from? If you don't mind me asking.
CJ Inflatables.
Oh, they do a good job.
Yep, they definitely do.
Yeah, they do good work. So yeah, it might be one of those fancy dragon ones. You ever seen the dragon one?
Yeah, I don't know what exactly we're getting this year. I think it's the same one we did last year.
Oh, why change whenever you've got happy children?
Yep, everybody enjoyed it last year, so we brought it back.
The vendors will be there. And who are some of the vendors? You mentioned.
Yeah, we've got some random vendors coming in selling like crafts, and I think we got a couple that we're planning on coming in selling baked goods. My Fair Lady out of Louisville is coming to serve their mini donuts and shake-ups through their food truck. So
you'll have some sweets along with the regular food, the regular fish, hamburgers, and stuff like that. If you're interested on Saturday, and everything starts at 3 o'clock at the community center, 4 o'clock downtown, right?
Yep.
Although they'll have lunch, you'll go have lunch going too.
Yep. Just stop by and ask us. We'll have something ready.
Now, tell me a little bit about here's some of your vehicles. Here's is this what you're driving now?
That is our brush truck.
That's the brush truck.
Yep.
What's that mean?
It's used to fight brush fires, field fires.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 4-wheel drive, got a tank in the back of it, and it's able to get out there.
You basically take him out. You take it out in the country and
Yep.
and do the ditches or something to
Yep.
make sure people are.
Yeah, he'll get out there in the fields and whatnot when it's not too soft. And
Number 8. Tell me about number 8.
yep, that is our last yellow truck that we have. So we've switched all over the white and red, but that is the last yellow one we got. We bought it brand new in 08, I believe it was. But yeah, it's one of our main pumpers, our main pumper that goes out to structure fires.
Is that it again?
That is old retired truck 2.
That is old retired truck 2.
Yep.
Now, why is he retired?
He got too old and unsafe to be able to be used anymore. And
how do fire trucks get unsafe?
Basically to the point where it's too many problems are coming up to where it's not.
I mean, it may not drive.
Yeah, it's not financially feasible to be able to fix it. And that truck just had some issues with brakes and whatnot.
What's going on with this one? This one's one of the new trucks.
Yep, that is actually our oldest front out pumper that we got. 96 Pierce. It's getting pump tested that day, which we have to do every year to stay up with our ISO. And
what is a pump test?
They test to make sure that it can keep a certain gallon.
Make sure
per minute.
Pressure.
Yep. Make sure it can keep the pressure. Make sure it can keep the gallons per minute that it's supposed to be rated at.
I'm learning much every day, ladies and gentlemen. And let's see, I've got that's the old picture number 8 too, right?
Yep, that's 8-2.
Is that 8 as well?
Yep.
Okay. Well, is that where? Okay. Now you've got the spot there, kind of in the middle of. Is that where people stand? Like right behind the cab?
Yeah, that's where our pump operator stands. He'll run the pump from there. So what you call?
That's not where you stand though. Whenever you're driving.
Oh no. No one's able to ride on outside compartments anymore.
No kidding. with any fire trucks. That's how we all grew up, watching the
right
firemen.
on the tailboards. Yep. Yep. Unfortunately, all the safety and everything.
When did that get taken away from? When did the fun police show up with that?
Been quite a few years ago.
Has it really?
Yeah, it really has been.
I'll be dogging. Well, I guess you really don't need them because most of your forces are volunteers now, at least in the smaller areas like this. Yeah. And you've got people getting there in their own vehicles, getting to the fire in their own vehicles. Do most of your volunteers have to go to the fire station first, or do they have equipment with them?
We try to have them get to the station first, so that way we make sure we've got trucks rolling, and we've got 5 of them, so we've got enough to be able to pretty much get everybody there in the truck, unless if they're already all gone. So,
I'll be doggone. It's good to know. These are the things, the type of preparation that those of us not in the business, not in the volunteer fire business, would have no idea about. You've been a fireman for how long?
Been since 13.
Since 2013. Chief since when?
16.
You've been able to have you been able to get the equipment upgraded quite well? And
yeah, we definitely have. The brush truck, we bought it brand new when I was a captain on the department, and then since that we got the white engine that you showed on there. We got it since I've been chief. We got a new to us used tanker.
Now I got to tell you, Vince, fish fries don't have enough money to buy new pumper trucks.
No, they don't.
How do you go about getting the money for that?
Oh, that's just tax based.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we go with that, and that's why these fundraisers like this are so important, so we can buy little equipment that may not be in the budget, or if we're trying to budget a new truck or something where we got to be tight.
Yeah.
And we see something out there. Well, that would definitely help us. We can
some piece of smaller piece of equipment would really assist you on the big truck.
Yeah, in the last few years in fundraisers we've been able to buy a small compressed foam unit that's handheld for car wrecks and fires and whatnot, so that we can take it out. Then we were actually able to buy. It's been 2 years ago. It was right before COVID hit and everything. We bought a inflatable boat to be able to use for.
I was going to say, I was thinking the last time you were here, you were talking about trying to get a rubber boat.
Yep.
For basically for search and rescue type of thing.
Yeah, flooded waters, people stranded in them, stuff like that. So.
Well, with the last month we've had, have you gotten that thing out?
No, we have not. Thank goodness it has not had to go out yet. So.
Well, that's good news. Any idea what we're going to try to gear the funds raised this weekend for?
We're still looking to get some equipment to go with that boat, some of the water rescue equipment and survival suits and ropes and stuff to be able to help us do it more safely.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing, Vince. Whenever you're trying to equip something like that, just to make it adequate for you guys, it takes a bunch more stuff than the original boat, doesn't it?
Yeah, and it doesn't get used much, but when it does, you're glad you've got it.
Well, that's the thing. You want if you are going to use it, and if you're the fireman, if you're the rescue, the first responder that is using it, you want it to be in good shape.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's outstanding. So, if folks are interested, again, in you could probably come to the weekend to this to the fish fry this weekend and learn more about joining. You're always looking for more volunteers, aren't you?
Oh yeah, we're always open.
Well, that's good. That's all, and it's a lot of fun.
Yes, it is.
Do you have card games? I was only teasing, by the way. Do you?
We normally don't. We just normally just get up to the firehouse and shoot the breeze and give each other a hard time. Good old fun game. But.
Well, I'm more familiar with the people of Jeff. I think I think you don't want to mess with the Jeff people. They're pretty good at euchre stuff. Well, I tell you what. Again, that is all this weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Xenia Fire Protection District Annual Fish Fry. It's on Saturday, August 28th. 3 o'clock is when the mud bog starts. 4 o'clock is when everything starts downtown. Plus, you might be able to sneak up and get lunch at noon. Vince, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having
you joining us today. Folks, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow on another Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll see you then. Have a great day.